Hello, this video is specifically to guide you through creating your own word art, which I absolutely love doing. When you go to wordart.com, you're going to need to log in and create an account. If you just say create with Google, it's a very fast process since you all have Google accounts. So mine's automatically logged in because I have a Google account. So I'm going to come in right away and say create because I'm going to start fresh on this. As you can see from my sample, I had already done one, but I think it's helpful to show you. When you're all done, you're going to have anywhere from 11 to 15 or more words because there are requirements for all the different types of words you need. I'm only going to show you 3 just for the sake of time. So let's say that I put the word tactile in here because I wanted to make sure I talk about my learning style. So I know I'm a tactile learner, which means I need to touch and it means I need to create things, okay? So those are great. I also know that because of that, my color scheme is green, so I want to make sure that I'm choosing a color that I could use that's in the green hues for all of these because that's the color that's going with my learning style word. Okay, so I love that. I'm going to apply. Great. And then I'm going to put in another word. This will also tell me about my design thinking style. I'm the engineer type mind. And so I like to tinker, I like to discover, all of those things. Okay, so now I want to go with a different green hued word, color scheme, so I'll put that in. Obviously, these are not really the colors I would put together because I think those hues don't match, but that's okay. And then the last thing are things that I'm passionate about. I love being outside. I love working with kids and with my own kids. I love riding my bike. I love running. I love being in the woods. Okay, so obviously this one's really easy. It's so easy to go through and talk about ourselves. So please talk about yourself. That's actually the point of this project. As teachers, we want to know all those things. So notice, I made sure that my categories all had a different color. You can identify your categories by giving them all, say, a different font instead, and that's definitely fine. So you can choose how you want to identify your categories, because as you see, you can go down here and you can change it by choosing different font styles. So anyhow, I'm going to go to shapes now, and there are a million shapes you can choose from. So some students may end up doing just 5 words of one kind and making a heart shape, and then doing 5 words from their other category and making a hand with a heart shape. And that is okay. However you decide to include all your categories is fine. I'm just going to do a general shape because I really just want to make sure that my background is filled, okay? And so whenever you're working on this, I want you to just choose what logically works for you. And so there's lots of different things to choose from. Nature makes sense in my brain because that's what I was choosing. I think this is the one I went with last time. You can also go to layout and you can choose how you want your words, horizontal, vertical, crossing, random. Everybody can go their own way, okay? So choose what you like best. And then there's also style. The style is important because you have your word colors, and if you notice, they aren't using the colors that I had used. I'm going to say custom, and I want to see if it uses the words that I had said originally. And so we're going to just click visualize because that's when it makes our picture that we asked for. And so as you can see, it used the color scheme I identified. All of the words I included are in this picture. I can revise this more by changing my color emphasis. I can give it a background color if I wanted. If I really liked this, I could put that in as my background color. And so you can just do lots of different things. As soon as you do that, you might be like, oh my, that's too much. And so you can change all of those things around and just keep playing with it until you make the picture exactly how you want. So please feel free to play because this will be the background of your poster, so it is pretty important. Okay, so once you have it done and you're happy with it, that is fantastic. But do not forget to save. If you do not save it, it will not be there. So please make sure you press save. You can also download your image or share your image. Personally, it's still easier to just do the Command-Shift-4 to save it to your desktop for the purpose of our project. So I'm going to do that right now, Command-Shift-4. And then I'm going to click and drag right over my word art. And now it's ready to go for my project. Now, say you do this and you're like, ugh, I totally don't like it anymore. I wish I had done it differently. Come back in, open up your file, choose a different picture that you want to be, and you can redo your word art without having to type all 15 words again. So it can save you time. So again, don't stress. This is something you are all going to hopefully enjoy doing, and it'll be a really cool, informative background for us to enjoy. Thank you, and have fun creating.